Freedom Fighters issue 5, which is written by Robert Venditti, art by Eddie Barrows, and notably, the one thing that I was going to read and didn't was Freedom Fighters because I had to read the last issue as well. So that's what happened.
Connor, did you read this?
No, I'm 2 issues behind because of the one I missed.
So I'll get you guys caught up real quick. In the last issue, the Freedom Fighters blew up Nazi Mount Rushmore with skin cells from the human bomb.
I think I remember you telling me this.
Yeah,
I remember that as well.
So because of that and because of the message that it sent to the American people, it finally reawoken Uncle Sam as the spirit of 76. So at the end of the issue, he ends up out in the street, and the police go to stop him because he's too American, if you will. So this issue picks up where that left off, and you have Uncle Sam, and he's a little rusty, but he can still get up to kick some Nazi ass. And he starts explaining to the people around him in the streets of Philadelphia that while he might still be weak, that the spirit of 76 is essentially freedom, and that he was born when the early American settlers rose up against Britain, but it was more than just rising up. It was that yearning to be left alone because they were downtrodden and they were tired of being taken advantage of, and that America wasn't always this pristine place, but freedom still endured, and it got corrupted at points, and you got to take the bad with the good. So there's this whole thing there that it goes over, which I thought was pretty cool, because especially in this day and age where you try to create this patriotic hero, you got to address some of the things that have happened in the past. So here, Venditti addresses like slavery and oppression and all the stuff that's happened since the Revolutionary War, but also that each of those has given an opportunity to overcome, which is overall strengthened the resolve. So all of those have led to now, with this Nazi occupation in New America, for the freedom fighters to reawaken him. And at the same time, while this is going on, Adolf Hitler too is freaking out because there's reports of the spirit, as they call him, spirit of 76, like reawakening and causing chaos in the cities. The freedom fighters they keep getting away, so they go to evacuate the Fuhrer to his bunker. And when he gets there, he starts asking one of the ladies, who reminded me of Ilsa from Raiders of the Lost Ark, or not Raiders, from Last Crusade, right? She's this blonde science woman. And they go, yeah, he's really been taking to the conditioning. And you see this bunker, and it looks like this farm. There's pig pens, and there's an orchard. And as they're walking through, they get to the end, and it's Overman. So it's Superman, Nazi Superman. And he's being conditioned that the Fuhrer is always right. But anyways, so Overman's being introduced to the fight because this is how far the freedom fighters have pushed them, that they're going to release Nazi Superman to fight the spirit of 76, who's already in a weakened state because of what has happened in America. I'm trying to get back to that page. But yeah, so basically they're reminding him his name is Overman, and the Overman serves the Fuhrer. So it tells me that behind this vault, through this massive bunker and stuff, that maybe Overman was pushing back a little bit, and that's why they have to recondition him. But he's coming to fight the freedom fighters in the next issue. The art's still solid. It's a lot of action scenes with the freedom fighters coming to save Uncle Sam. Like, they eject a human bomb out of the plane, and he just takes off this whole city street that stops this gigantic war wheel that they sent after him. And they talk about how the war wheel was this thing that basically decimated Stalingrad, which I know that was one of the bloodiest wars during World War II. So the fact that in this history they had this technology that completely wiped out Stalingrad, turned it to dust, they said. But we see that, as scary as that thing is, the human bomb basically disables it with one explosion. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, Venditti's still doing it between this and Hawkman. These are two books I really look forward to. And especially with what happens here. We're almost halfway done. So I'm curious to see what happens with the Spirit of 76, Uncle Sam, versus Overman. Like, is it going to be this knockout dragout, or is he going to be able to speak to something innate in Overman? And that's what flips the battle.
I would like to catch up for next issue, but I'm not going to make any promises.
Yeah, it's super good. And when we see him, he looks like our Superman, just with the how their swastika is a little bit softened. That's the logo on his S shield. I mean, he looks proper scary, standing there at the end.
We giving it though before we
I'm gonna give it 8.5. It might just be my bias. I like the subject matter, but I really enjoy this issue.